Hello, I'm here with a new weekly painting, and now we are going to paint this eagle in blues using contrast. So it's going to be a little bit of experiment from my side as well, just to test some of the new contrast paints. And I want to use two of the contrast paints. I will start with the Frostheart contrast, okay? I want to give this sensation of really ghostly blue, and it's between ghostly blue and icy blue, okay? So we are going to apply this on the main body and wings, and we are going to keep the tail and the head to be done in a different color. So we want to be careful not to, yes, yeah, we did not want to touch there, okay. We will need to clean up before applying the next layer. So but we are going to apply this blue on the, remember these are the etheric, or how it's called, Aetherwings. Okay, they represent that they are like etheric wings, etheric type of magical birds from the realm of Azir. Okay, so they are coming from Azir, and these are like type of special eagles. Like everything in Age of Sigmar, or in the mortal realms, most of the animals have a magical component. So we are going to do the wings, and here we have to be as well again careful, try to avoid to dirten parts that are not wings. Okay. I'm not using one of my best brushes, as you can see. I have the tip a little bit damaged, bended, and this is taking out a little bit of the control. But I prefer to use one of these brushes than one of my best ones and damage a good brush. Okay, I prefer when using contrast as they flow quite a lot, and you want to avoid to have paint at the base of the bristles. So I want to, okay, so you can see it's quite a nice blue. Maybe you can put a little bit less, you can thin it down, but now we are going to let it dry. Okay, let me take a little bit of water. I will remove where I don't want that much. Okay. You want to avoid to leave brush strokes. This is why I'm using a moisture brush. Need to put a little bit here at this part, and we'll let it dry now, and I come back for the next step. Okay, next step, you see how it's looking like once the wash has dried. We have quite a nice texture, and now next step I'm going to use this one, the Fylar Glacier, okay, to put it on the feathers and on the head. Okay, so we are going to put this on the head, like that. And we are going to do as well the feathers on the tail. And again, we need to wait that this dries before doing any further step. You can see that this is very subtle. It's a contrast paint that is very, very light. It's not covering much and leaving it almost white. Okay, I think it's not bad. but if you were expecting a stronger blue, this is not the right one. Okay. Again, we wait this device, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, so this is how it looks like once the contrast has dried. Okay, we need to work a little bit more, but now what I want to do is I want to do the eyes. Okay, I will do the eyes in black, so I will use Chaos, not Chaos, Corvus Black. Because they will contrast more with the white feathers. Okay, and then for the beak and the claws, I'm going to use another contrast paint. I'm going to use Ratling Grime. It's quite a curious color, and keep tuned because I will show you as well in the future how to do it, how to use it for to paint zombies. Okay, it's a very curious color. It's between grey and brown. I think it's quite interesting one, and I thought that will give a nice contrast. To the frozen colors of the eagle, and we're going to apply the same on the claws. And now I will wet this device. And the claws I want to put another layer. I will wait that this dries, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, so this is how it looks like, the eagle. And now what I want to do is I want to increase the contrast, so I will use Baharroth Blue, this one, and I will apply it on the feathers. Like that, to pop up, to increase the contrast and to make it a little bit brighter at the same time. Okay. Then at the back we have to be more careful because we have the long feathers of the wings. Okay. Get at this point, you got the idea of what we have to do, right? So I will keep doing that, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, this is how the looks like now. The body, you can see there is more contrast, and now we are going to use white. Okay, in that case will be white scar, and with that we are going to highlight the white, of course, the whiter parts. So we take this one, and here we have to be a little bit more because these are long feathers. So what I try to do is to do more like edge highlighting, try to imagine where the feather will go. Do like that. In that case I prefer to do this than dry brushing, because I want to have more control where the same on the other feathers. And the reason is because you can see in that specific case the sculpt is not super crisp, this part, so I have the feeling the dry brushing will not do the work I want, that it need a little bit more precision. So I went for a technique that requires more brush control, but yeah, it's more precise. It is slower, of course, much slower than dry brushing. That I think just for the bird is worth it. Yeah. Yeah, and now we are going to the tail, and on the tail going to be, you can do like that on the tail. Right? Going to be tricky. The tail have much more crease on the, is more crease the sculpt. I prefer to do it like that. You can see what I'm trying to do is very short strokes. Perpendicular to the edge. Okay, we turn. Right, and this, if you don't feel to do that, don't need it. So with the contrast you almost have the work, but I like to increase a little bit more the contrast and give a little bit more texture to the mirrors. Okay, so I will do the rest of the tail as you have seen here, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, this how it looks like. No, and yeah, and the last thing I want to do, I'm going to use Baneblade Brown. I will do very soft highlights on the beak and the claws. So here at the front, I will add a little bit. Okay. And then on the claws, like that. Okay, and that's all. So this is how I do this eagle. This can be reproduced in any type of Aetherwings, because these are the Aetherwings of the Stormcast Eternals, and I'm quite happy how she or he looks like. So please give a like if you have liked this weekly painting, and as usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.